Good morning, all. This is Prashanthi continuing with the MWT video lectures. Today, we are going to discuss about the roles of EJP. Enterprise Java beans generally, these enterprise Java beans are meant to perform the server side operations. And normally, the server side operations consist of complex algorithms, and it also has to perform high volume business transactions. And the server side components are also need to have high availability, fault tolerant. For example, if the load is more on the server, then your system should be such that it does not crash. It should be able to tolerate that fault, and it also should be able to perform transactional management, multi-user secure environment. It should provide security, and it should be available for many number of clients. All these things the server has to perform. All these things can be easily available when you build an application using enterprise Java beans. So these are the roles of EJP. So EJP acts as a tools provider which supplies the tools, and it also acts as a bean provider which develops the beans. It also acts as application assembler which builds the applications. It acts as the application server provider. It acts as the deployer. It acts as the system administrator which maintains the systems and all. We'll see one by one each. So the EJP acts as the bean provider. Bean provider means normally whenever you want to create a service, you create that in terms of a bean that is called as a EJP bean. So that bean that you have created is a reusable enterprise bean. And what these beans include? These beans include the business task and business entities. You need to write what is the task that you are going to do, or what is the service that you are going to provide. You concentrate only on the task, that is the business logic, and you don't need to provide the program for transactions, concurrencies, security, distributed applications, and all those things. All these services are provided by the EJP container. All these services are automatically provided to your bean by the EJB container. Okay, and it also acts as the application uh, provider or application assembler. This application assembler will provide the client view interfaces for the Java beans. The client should interact with the bean that is present in the server, isn't it? You need an interface between the client and the application bean that you have deployed in the server. So the inter application assembler is the interface between the client and the application bean or the enterprise bean, and it also acts as the deployer. Deployer is responsible for deploying the beans in the server. Normally, where do you deploy the bean? You deploy the bean in the server. When you deploy the bean in the server, after deploying the bean, your bean should be mapped with the security rules, isn't it? So that bean, the mapping between your bean and the security is done. And the deployer also maps the application assembler to the user groups that you have created, to the entity bean that you have created. Okay, and next one is EJP server provider. So this EJP EJP server provider, this provides a transaction management, distributed objects, and all other low level system services. All these services are provided by the EJP server provider, and it also provides the operating systems, middleware vendor, or database vendor. You need a middleware between the client and the server accessing. You need an operating system you need an operating system for the access, isn't it? And you need also a database. All these things are provided by the EJP server provider. And the next one is EJP container provider. This EJP container provider will provide you the tools in order to deploy your beans in the server. You will be deploying your bean in the server, isn't it? You'll be where bean is stored in the container, and container is stored in the server, isn't it? So all these deployment tools will be provided by the EJB container provider, and it also provides the runtime support for your bean. The next one is system administrator. So the system administrator is responsible for configuring and administrating the networking issues between the EJP server and the container. So bean is in the container, container is in the server. So we need a connection between these three, isn't it? So all the networking infrastructures between these all these three will be provided by the system administrator. So the system administrator is responsible for well-being of deployed enterprise bean application at the runtime. It also helps for the applications at the runtime. So these are all the uh, roles of the EJP server. Okay, how the deployment of EJP and all will be seeing in the next video. As of now, we'll stop. Thank you.